morning. It is National Password Day, and that means Rox and Charles are here to talk to us all about it, but they are offering the Enigma Factor Kindle for free today, tomorrow, and through Saturday. So I have the link up in the description, so make sure you click it to get your free download today. So help them out and do it, because we are going to make them Amazon bestsellers by doing this. So click that link, share it. If you like techno-thrillers, or anyone in your family likes techno-thrillers, this is definitely the series to get into. There are 12 books, and the beauty of it is you don't have to read them in order, but Enigma Factor is the first one, so I highly recommend starting with that one. It's free today. So Rox and Charles, hey, happy National Password Day. I love it today.
Thank you. I am so glad we're here with you this morning. I mean, it's an important day.
I wish I had as much coffee as you have, because you're really amped up.
You guys, honestly, this is me without coffee. The go live just happens, and then it just like turns on for me. This is
you have enough energy. They probably pick you up on CB radios in Alaska. Okay?
Well, that's true. Probably. I have a lot of energy this early in the morning, and who would have known? Because it is early for me. You guys, I love you deeply. 8 in the morning is early for me. So feel the love for sure.
Always feeling the love.
Well, we're like you. We changed out of our jammies and brushed all our teeth to be able to be honest. So,
hey, thank you. We appreciate it. But so Enigma Factor is all about identity theft. And
exactly.
Today's National Password Day. It only makes sense to have the book free today to capitalize on National Password Day. So tell us things that happen in the book that deal with identity theft that also happen currently today, and how, National Password Day and changing your passwords can help prevent that.
Yeah. So a lot of what happens in the book is a false sense of security by the hero, who thinks if I change the passwords and I do some things, I'm going to be okay and nobody can get to me. And before he knows it, his identity has been erased. His funds confiscated. He's running to be able to find out who he is all of a sudden, because nobody knows where he used to work. Nobody understands, hey, this isn't your dentist office. All of that erased. And so the trauma that go along with it. So it does highlight the one important thing that most people, hey, I got a password, I want to remember it, so they don't change it. Mistake number one. Mistake number two is use the same password for everything that you've got. And if I get one of them, guess what? I can take everything.
Yeah, there's a whole really true false sense of security that we think that our computer, our phone, our devices are free from compromise. Well, anybody who's read the news lately, on the rise today is hackers and everybody else getting in from the darknet to steal identities, to take over your world. So this really illustrates even people that are savvy need to be ever so diligent. So people that are new to the world of devices have to be even more diligent because they haven't done it.
Yeah, a lot of complaints from people getting services now because everything is virtual, remote, work from home. Go ahead and log in, and we'll take care of you. And for the people that are 75 and up, they're like, log into what? What are you talking about? I can barely get the car started and drive to where you're at, and you won't let me in. So, how is it supposed to work for everybody? So imagine that kind of crippling approach, and having everything confiscated from you, and your identity lost. Okay, that's kind of frightening. So how to protect your identity is a lot of what the theme is for the book.
Nice, and I love that. I feel like we definitely need that, and it's relatable to today and how many different people's identity gets taken, and then they become like a ghost, and they have all these things open in their name, and it just is a huge hassle that we don't need to deal with in society. So I totally love that, and I love the whole concept of it. So tell us about a brief summary of Enigma Factor, the techno-thriller that it is.
So the brief summary is that there is a hero. His name is Jacob Michaels, and he actually continues in the book, and he grows and evolves. And he has lived a very, very sheltered life in New York City with his mother and his grandmother raising him from the point that he was born. In doing so, because they came from Europe, they taught him not only the sciences, including computer sciences, but also multiple languages, and exposed him to some different things, to the point that he actually gets into a high caliber college that he works through. So he's taught how to work, how to be diligent, and social life kind of goes by the wayside.
The other part about his issue is like there's a self-confidence of I can take care of myself, until he's targeted by two organizations, and it's not clear which one are the bad guys and if there are any good guys after him. And so he's constantly trying to interrogate, understand, reason through, and he's basically pulled into a maelstream, and miraculously he learns what he didn't know existed.
Oh, okay. I love it. So what was the inspiration? I mean, clearly identity theft being a huge problem, right? But what else was the inspiration that kind of was like, we're just going to make a whole series. You guys have 12 books. You have the whole Enigma series. It's 12 books. Factor is the first book. So one is free today. Well, it's actually free today through the 8th, I believe. My days get mixed up, you guys, but it's free today, the 6th through the 8th. So the link's up above to download. But what was the inspiration behind just being like, you know what, we're going to write an entire series that's a techno-thriller that's based on, I guess not based on, but it's very relatable to current events and situations that happen all over the world?
And that's a great question, Amy. I think that the background of how we did this books really didn't start as a series, to be honest with you. But we have a technology background. So we've worked in technology for manufacturers and been very close to the evolution of technology, kind of migrating from more of a business asset to a consumer asset, which is what's happened over time. Now consumers drive the technology use. And because we have seen all of that evolution and how things are done, we found things that we thought were good about technology because it can help, it can make life easier, it can do several things. But because it is so easy to do it wrong, it can hurt you. And so when we wrote this particular book, it started out that we were, let me take it a different way. We originally wrote non-fiction technology. Okay. But technology gets stale these days in 12 to 18 months. So we got tired of that because it takes too long to generate a book and put it out. So we decided we were going to take all of that good, fun techno knowledge that we have and put it into a fiction. And that way we could focus on targets. And that's how really it evolved. And so because the ground is so rich around us with what technology does and doesn't do and hasn't done over time, we have plots for like the next 20 years if we want.
Oh, yes, you have a lot to choose from. This is a true statement. You do.
Let's be fair here. We're really about the stories. It's about the characters, about the dynamics of the cyber bad guys, and we build their characters up too. The technology is subtext. It's what, here's what they're fighting with, not about what they're fighting over. And it's the contest. It's the, I want to be in charge. I want to be dominant. I want to have, you can't get to me because I'm in China or I'm in Russia and I'm a cyber czar. So, but, the storytelling piece is what we believe is really the compelling part, and the technology gives it that relevance. So, we take a different theme in each one of the books. We take a different tactic. We have quite a stable of cyber geniuses, and we're always looking for new material and new people to pattern after. So after the show here, Amy, we're hoping you'll give us a resume, because I need a new cyber genius.
Yes, I would love to be classified as a cyber genius. I don't know if people would classify me as that, but I will take that title. Yes, I will send it over. Okay. Absolutely. So I guess my final question, to kind of wrap up, is this whole pandemic, everybody went online. You know,
Yeah.
jobs that were, you know, you could do in the office, people realized that they could do at home. And so I feel like that opened up more targets, I guess, for hackers.
Yeah.
And so I guess my question would be, are you ever going to write a book that deals with, I guess, the pandemic and the, I guess, explosion of targets that hackers could hit?
That's a good question, because what it used to be in the 10 years, 15 years, we used to herd everybody into a building and build the infrastructure around the connectivity they needed to be able to go to the internet, go to the, you know, to visit customers virtually. But what nobody realized was that we had all this technology packed into and around our buildings, our infrastructure to protect. And when you sent everybody home, all of that stuff was still back at the ranch, and all of the endpoints were like, talk about, you know, target-rich environment. You know, I'm seeing, you know, articles daily where the FBI says, can you know, guys, you're working from home. You don't have the same infrastructure of support that and security that we used to have, and so it's like we're at the same problem we always have in the cybersecurity arena. The bad guys are always ahead, and the good guys are always playing catch up. And it's a cat and mouse game that we don't see ending. So this is why we have material to be able to work from for, to Rox's point, another 20 years.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I just want to make one more comment on that as well. As far as just focusing on the pandemic, no, but focusing in several of the books on how people get real comfortable. That we do and tend to keep doing. We don't want people to be comfortable with their at-home work and not being secure. There's some white papers that we write. You can take a look at some of them. Passphrases is one of the best things that you can do, and we actually have an article called "Let's Play Password" that we would certainly welcome people download and take a look at.
Yeah, the free download from the website talks about how to be able to you know, think differently about your passwords, using a passphrase. You know, like we talked about before, you'd asked us, Tammy, what do I do? And I said, turn it into a passphrase that you remember. You know, I mean, like, need poison to be able to kill the next door neighbor. Something like that.
That's right. I did say that. Yes. Not that I've ever thought that. If any of my neighbors are watching, I have never thought to poison you ever. I promise. Never.
It's a theoretical concept there. It's like
yeah, totally theoretical. I've never thought to do that. But, you know, honestly, you would never really know. So I'm not going to poison anybody, I promise. No, but I want to share Rox and Charles's Amazon page for their book. So the Enigma Factor is free today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So go and download it. The link is in the description above. So you guys go and support these amazing authors. It's a free book, and they have 12 books for you to choose from. Today, this one is the free one. So go and check it out. Today is National Password Day. So you guys use the hashtag National Password Day. But go and support these amazing authors. So Rox, Charles, thank you guys so much for coming on with me this morning and talking about it and about Enigma Factor and the link and everything. So just thank you guys so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you. You're awesome as always. Appreciate you.
Oh, thanks. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye all.